Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm going to be sharing with you a gift card tag today. Try to make sure I say that right. This is actually a design from Scrapping Bug Designs. Something a little bit different I'm going to do today. I'll be doing the paper piecing and putting the tag and everything together. The tag, when you import it, it comes with a little circle of, like, I think it's a black circle, and it tells you, I think you have to have that at 1 inch sized. So when you resize this, if you have that at 1 inch, it'll fit, everything will fit together and it all works. So do follow the directions there, please. It really does make a difference. Imagine that. So anyway, I'm going to get started. I'm putting the gift card, or the tag, excuse me, together first, just so I can put the other elements on and everything, because they will all be dependent on the size and how everything fits together. So I did use some double-sided paper here. It's from Doodlebug Designs. It's the Petite Prince. It's very pale gray. I don't know if the picture's picking that up. I did not want to have just a plain white this time, and so it's just a little bit of a faint color, and it could be used, well, because of the pink I'm putting in or on the front, probably not for a boy as much. That's up to you, but definitely could be used for a girl. Just change up the colors and you'd be good on the rest. I don't have my bone folder handy, so this will work good. Let's see if I can find it quickly here. Excuse my reach if I'm getting in view with the camera. And so this is my next piece, and I just cut this out to size. It's not going to go all the way down, obviously, to the bottom, but you're not going to see that, so I'm good with that. So I'm going to put that in next. I don't believe this piece that I'm putting glue on, I don't think this piece came with the file. I don't remember. I've had this cut for a little bit. I believe I just honestly just cut this myself. And I think, I'm going to say I think, I don't remember again. I think the front panel also was something I had to cut. Yeah, because I used this circle, that half circle, I cut it out, put it in there with my pencil, and then I just cut it out like you would fussy cut something. So, and for those of you that are wondering, I will be coming back to scrapbooking. Got a lot going on and I just haven't felt like doing any scrapbooking. I have a couple ideas. I'm trying to finish another picture, another project I started before Christmas. It was not coming together for me. It was one of those things that this isn't working out the way I want. And I got it out the other day and it is coming back together. So I'm going to finish that so I can get on to other projects. Get my glue going here. I have been doing a lot of cards just because they're quick, and yeah, a lot of things going on. So the next thing I'm going to put on here real quick are my hearts. And again, I did these in pink like the photo shows. I did put some Spectrum Noir Sparkle, I'm not sure what it's called. I used the clear, it's the kind that comes in a little, just a little tiny paint pot. Let's see if I can find it here. I never can find what I want. I should have had that out too. I think this is the new jar. It's Spectrum Noir Sparkle. And then you just apply it with a paintbrush. You have to shake it up really good to get the pearly stuff going. And anyway, So I thought I would share that with you. I'm going to lay these down first because I'm not sure exactly. There's, I think, 6 of them, and they kind of go around, but can't remember exactly. They're kind of spaced. Kind of have to be careful how you space them to get them in properly, I think was what I had problems with before, to get them even, and I'm going to go with that. And I'm just going to leave them there. I hope everybody's having a good day. It is a beautiful day here. It's a little chilly, but the sun is shining, and yeah, I can take this. Okay. I found the other piece, the rubber piece to my tweezers. Tried to attach it again, some different adhesive. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it unattached. It made more of a mess than putting it back on, so I've gotten used to using without. So I've been trying to figure out, I think I've mentioned in the last couple of videos, something I wanted to do instead of giveaways. Giveaways are more challenging and not always, I want to say, not quite as personal, so to speak. So what I've come up with is a work in progress, so to speak. But if you comment on a video, what I'm going to do, what I would like to do, is send you a message. I will leave my email in a weird format in the description. I will type it completely out. You'll have to put these symbols in where they, as it reads. But what I would like to do, as I mentioned, I would like to do some projects for people that have been continually commenting and, you know, been very supportive of my channel. And in doing that, I would send you back an email with some questions, very simple, but to get some information about things you may like, or, you know, and then I would create a project. It might be some paper piecings, might be some other things for you to just to do some thank yous, because honestly I have to do something besides just paper piecing, and I don't scrapbook as much, simply because I don't have kids in my family that the kids in my family they're not as old anymore, or they're older, so I don't get to take pictures and stuff of them. So if you get a comment, if you see a comment, I mean, I'm just either please email me or send me a Facebook message or something. It is valid. It's from me, so I can just get more information. And if you don't want to be included, you know, just put in there, just, you know, please don't include me or something, just so I know that you don't want to be included. Okay, I'm going to go on to the balloons, because this was where I had a bit of a problem. So just trying to think. I think maybe I need to, well, let's just say turn these around, but they're all kind of the same. What I'm doing is I'm counting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there are 7 balloons. Okay, so what I'm looking at on the picture, get back to this yellow one does go here on the third one. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there on the end of this and put that down, and we can always move in front of and behind as we need. Okay, so don't get hung up on that. Now the blue one I know goes here, so And I'm trying to get the, if you can see, the black piece. I'm trying to get it right in the center of that little, would be the tie of the balloon. Okay, now I'm going to leave this green off for a minute because I'm up here, and you'll notice some of them do not have ties, and that's because they're coming behind, they'll fall behind other balloons, so you won't need them so much. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure I don't get glue on this yellow balloon. This does not have to be exact. This is, I'm just doing it as close as I can figure it out here. So then there's a purple one that goes, this next one is gonna, this short one's gonna be pink. This one is gonna be purple. And it's coming at a bit of an angle, so we'll turn it there. And then I know we have an orange one. Down here. And then we should just have a pink and a green one left. And that actually comes behind the purple. And I'll come back and glue them down once I get them all, you know, where I want them. This pink one goes on here. I kind of laid this out a little bit. It is really cute. And yeah, I knew I would have some stuck there, so. This one goes here. This paper wanted to, how do I say, separate terribly. I know when I cut this too, and I tried to cut this in quite heavy cardstock, this black, and yeah, I wouldn't suggest it because it didn't work. And if you have a non-stick mat that you can work on, which I should have gotten some other paper out that I could use, that would work wonderful if you have like a Teflon mat or something. Okay, now I'm going to figure out how to get my green one on here without gluing it everywhere. Get it off of there. I kind of want it to go off a little bit on the blue. So there are my balloons. The blue goes in front of the green. The yellow goes behind the blue. Red's up there, and this needs to go behind all of them. Did you get all that? I'm just looking at the picture. I'm not going to glue anything down on that until I put it all together. I'm just going to set it off to the side a bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and start working on my, excuse my reach here, my bear. I think it's a mouse, excuse me. I'm going to put the simple pieces together first that I know. I have had, okay, where'd it go? I know I had it. I have 2 ears, and we're gonna put them like, look in here, yep, like this. I'm gonna move this just a little bit. And then I have my 2 insides. These insides curve just a little bit, so you're gonna wanna pay attention to the curve of your ear. I had already inked all these, so it's not too bad. But as you can see, it curves downward, they both do, and this tends to curve downward a little bit, so that's how I know where to put them. And I'm actually going to put these ears on the head before I do too much because they go behind everything anyway, so we're good. And just kind of figuring out where I want them. Just put a little bit of glue here just to hold everything good. And about like that. This one I'm trying to get because it's got to fit a little bit on the, oops, I'm going to put a little bit of glue back here. It's got to fit somewhat on there, so I'm trying to be a little bit cautious of what I'm doing here. And I got a little piece of, a little mark on there. I'm not going to try and take it off because it will, the sander will really mess it up. I'm going to work on the rest of his face here, just because it's easier to do it now when it's just there than instead of putting everything together. But you have two pieces here for his muzzle, so to speak, or his, not his nose, but kind of like his cheeks or whatnot. And I'm just putting a little glue on the back of this and this one. And trying to get a little bit better in frame. I apologize, I can't see the camera so very well, so, but I just put it so there's just a little bit of a piece there, and it will just go right here. Before I do that, I want to bring in some chalk and do a little bit of his cheeks here. Way too dark. So come back first of all with just some pink, kind of buff it out, and still too dark. So easy fix, we'll just put some white in it. I never know how dark this is going to come sometimes, and I'm used to working on a darker back piece, so I'm good with that. Okay, yeah, that's better. So we're gonna put this on. Now you know how to fix if you get a little bit too dark, just put the lighter color or put some white on it. It's all good. Before I do anything further, take this off, so bear with me a moment here. I apologize. Two things. I'm just going to put a little bit of chalk on the edges. I want to put the eyes down first. I didn't think of that, so. Okay, I've had questions before on these eyes. They're virtually the same size. So what I do, take my white and I'll lay it down. Put some glue on the back of my, and I leave the side that's, the part that's going to go to the inside, I leave the glue off of that more. I'm going to try to hold this up, see if I can do this for you better. So I just kind of lay it toward the top and overlap it a little bit. So I just have a sliver of white showing. That's the best I can figure out how to do. I could make them smaller in design space. I use a Cricut. It's not, it just is easier to do it this way. Because unless I put it at about 500%, I can't always see what I'm doing exactly. Again, now this we want would be the left side, so in my case the bottom. We want it because the eyes are going to go together like so. That's how I was working on it. Okay, I'm going to put this, the glue is dry, but I just want to lay it on here so I know where I want my eyes to go. I don't know why I got ahead of myself on that. I do apologize, but try that again. Yeah. And then to be able to do the detailing on the eyes, you don't want the nose in there either, so, or the muzzle and stuff, so it's still got a little bit of glue on this, but it's all good. But I'm trying to get this eye a little bit more even. Okay. We're good there. That out of the way. And apologize for my hands being in the way. I don't have a better way to show you this, so I'll come back and fix my mess in a little bit. So what is everybody working on? I'm curious. I'm actually tempted to work on some Christmas projects. Seems like I get to Christmas and every year, you know, it comes the same time of the year. A friend of mine used to tell me, and I would always be so far behind. And so I'm thinking I should start working on maybe some Christmas cards and Christmas tags. Nothing else, Christmas cards for sure. So, but it seems like I'm always needing other cards too. So we'll see. I had a pen around here. I'm telling you, I'm losing my marbles. Trying to learn how to curl those eyelashes a little bit, and it's not easy for me. I don't know why, but gee, I just can't get my wrists to flick. All right, we'll leave it alone. Oh, I want to just do a little black here around the eye itself. Okay. And I'm going to come in, see if my gel pen's writing first. I think it is. White on white's kind of hard to tell. Well, it was writing. Okay, leaving that face alone, come back and put the little muzzle on, or whatever that thing is supposed to be called. And I can't do the whites of the eyes until I the nose, or let it dry, but I want to, this just doesn't look as, sometimes, I don't know what I do, but I might have to come back and fix that with some white, with the white marker or white colored pencil, or wait till it's very, very dry. That one white just bugs me. Okay. I even have a note to add whiskers. Would you believe? And I forgot. My gosh. So I'm just getting my quilting thread out. I'm going to come back and do this. I usually make my whiskers quite a bit longer than they have to be. It's easier to cut them down than, obviously you can't add to them, so, and I don't always get them centered very well. Okay, now we're going to put this on. In my defense, the add whiskers was, the little note was covered up, but tries. Let me see if I can fix this a little bit. I've even come back and put black ink over it and then started over. So I get so mad because it doesn't turn out the way I want. Those the whites, crazy, right? I'm just cutting down the whiskers to a better length. They're good. They're going to be long. So without doing any more with the white yet, that's the face. And now we're going to come in. Let's see. Kind of going to lay this on here a little bit, the rest of the pieces, because the balloons are going to come into play pretty soon. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue on to get these kind of to hold. So they're not going everywhere. Don't need a whole lot. I just want that to fall into place. And then somewhere I'm missing something. Oh, this orange isn't, the orange and the purple aren't connecting. Okay. Maybe that's where the problem is. Good. This is actually, excuse me, I wanted to do this. This is actually going to come up behind. The body's going to come in here, but this is coming out a little bit too, so it's going to be down further. So, like I said, I just want to kind of piece this. I kind of know how I'm putting it. I just put it up just a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here because I can still tuck that behind. And look in here because the paws are going to come in here too. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on front and back of just the very bottom there. And I'm lifting his ear up so I can, let's see, these actually come in front. So we're going to go like this. See how this works. Nope, we're going to have it come in. Ours is going to, the ear's going to be in front. I Didn't follow the direction, or didn't follow the pattern very well, but that's okay. It's gonna be a little more stable this way. Okay. And yes, I realized we're gonna have a spot showing, but that gets covered up. Forgot his little dimples here. All right, I'm going to glue the ear down, since that's how I'm just putting a little bit back there, kind of hold things a little better. Gonna come in and glue the body down. I don't want to touch those balloons yet. I just kind of, they will come in later. I'll get them. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. Okay, so I have a back leg I need to put on him. And of course I forgot his tail, and it does stick out, so it sticks off the card. Just lift this up while it's not. I don't have these problems off camera. I hear that a lot of people, and I think it's just because it's just Murphy's Law. Let's put it that way. Just if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Or if it's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong. I want to see where we're at with the paw here. So I'm going to put it off the bottom just a tiny bit. I will be honest, sometimes the pictures you see are not 100% exact with, you know, how it actually turns out. I'm sure you've had that too when you're putting things together. Not everything works out exactly the way they should. It goes together the way they should. So let me get this whisker out of the way. I want them both about the same though, coming, you know, at the bottom, so the paws are fairly even. And okay, we're good with that. Now I'm going to come back so I kind of know where my balloons are. I'm just going to come back in this corner here on the card and put that there, and glue a little bit down under the blue, and see what we add over here, what we need. Just a little bit of a dot there for the orange. And that is the finished card. And then you just, I'll put a little sticker in there, because I'm not going to keep this. I will eventually be giving this away, but you'll actually, I'll just put a little card that, note that says gift card in there. I am going to come back to and do a little bit of highlighting and detailing here. So let me get that ear glued down a little bit better. Yesterday I was working on something and trying, it was a 3D project, and I wanted the glue to stick well, and I was using strong glue as it is, but you know me, gotta, more glue the better. I had a mess, because I had to rub it out, and I didn't have a foam brush or anything. I had glue everywhere. I can't imagine what I was thinking. I really, when I put the glue on good, I put it on good. Wow. I finally used the glue eraser, the adhesive eraser, and took it on my fingers and started getting it off that way, because I didn't want it all going down the drain. Oh, live and learn. Good grief, I don't know what I was thinking about, but turn this around. My sister had called earlier and asked me to come down. She was going to meet me at the back door, and I thought, oh, I'm glad she didn't call when my fingers were full of glue or I would have had a mess. Let's come back and put some chalk in his ears. There's a way to fix that little spot there. It is with a colored pencil. So that is what I will be doing. I will try to remember to do that. I'll do that off camera. But if you wanted, you could also put, you know, some little rhinestones or something in there. But I just like it kind of the way it is. So I just want to put a little bit of white to give it a little bit of highlight there. You could do this before you put them together. I think I was going to, and I put things in my little baggies and I forget about them. So you could use colored paper for the balloons, for, you know, colored design. You could use glitter paper, which I don't have. You could add some more sparkle if you wanted. Lots of things you could do to dress it up a little more if you wanted. I think it's fine the way it is. A lot of people probably don't keep these things, so, you know, you're going to the work of your enjoyment. I look at it as I'm learning, you know, so I don't know. It's a little bit different for everyone. I think I'm going to come in and put some little dots here, and there is my finished project. I will get a better picture and put it up for you. Thank you all for joining me. Have an awesome day. Take care.